Hello and welcome to another edition of the Elsanka Super Show on Amaze TV. My name is Mohammed Dabo, your host, and my guest tonight is the proprietor and managing director of a company called Lilith Agency, an agency which seeks the interests of its clients who have decided to travel overseas to work there and ensures that they are tax compliant and immigration compliant as well with the host countries. So if by any chance you have an intention of fulfilling your ambition to work overseas in the capacity of an expatriate, then I will advise you to listen carefully. My guest tonight is none other than Lorris Kassongo. Welcome to you, Lorris.
Thank you for having
Welcome
me.
to the Amaze Studios and to the Elsanka Super Show. I want to start off, first of all, by asking you, why is it that you're operating in this country and you call your company with a French name?
Well, I'm a French speaker. I'm from Congo, so we speak French, and it's just something that came automatically, Lilith. I just gave it a French name.
All right. Now, looking at it, when I heard about you, read a few things about you, I thought, very young lady who's actually been able to come up with a company like this, managing director, proprietor, and then all the initiative, the creativity and everything has come through her. How did you do it?
Well, I am initially, by nature, I'm someone very creative. And what happened is that I went to relocate in Congo, Kinshasa in 2013. And I started working as a senior treasury accountant with Vodacom, and I was laid off. However, when I was just observing around me, there was a need of contractors like to be compliant with immigration, being compliant and having all the working permits in Congo. It was kind of a hassle, it was really an issue, problematic. So observing it, there was a need, and I just turned this need into a service that I could provide for, and I went for it.
And therefore, your clients are not necessarily individuals. They're actually companies that go to work in those different places.
Yeah, most of my clients are not individuals. I work with corporates, corporate clients. That is more secured and they're more reliable. And because we work in the base of volume, so that's why we kind of work more with corporates.
All right, can you tell us exactly what are the services you provide for your clients? What kind of services do you exactly provide for your clients?
What we provide is we handle the payroll for the contractors. We work in partnership with recruitment companies. What they do is that they have projects that they work with, like telecom companies. And those projects need skilled workers to be undertaking those projects. So they will place those contractors across either Africa or across the world. So they need those contractors when they go to the host country to be compliant with the immigration and also the taxes. So what they do is that they will outsource the payroll side of the activity of the business to us. So what we do, we make sure that when the contractor go to the host country, they compliant not only with the immigration, but also with the taxes when it comes down to contributing or paying the social contribution. And also what we do is we make sure that when they're there, they have people who will be waiting for them, welcoming them, and since they will be like new and it's a host country, to make them comfortable, so that by the time they get used to the country, they know where to go, places. So that's what we do basically, and we also do what we call consultancy. So if we have investors or people who want to come to Congo mainly, we give them advice that they may need to undertake their projects.
So let's imagine one of your clients has a problem with the host country. What do you do? Do you resolve the matter from here remotely, or do you have to travel there to get the matter sorted?
Now, what we do, most of the countries we work with, when we are not physically, when our office are not physically there, we work in partnership with other companies or accountants. Most of the partners that we work with is either accountants or lawyers, since they need to know the immigration law that entails the contractor who goes to work there. So when there's an issue, I usually work with my partners who are locally there and will try to sort it out.
How big is your company?
We are a small, medium company, let's say. And we have started, as I said, my company is 3 years old now, and I have about 2 employees, and yeah, so that's how big we are.
Okay, now you may be a small company, but it appears as if you have achieved a lot of success. How has your success come about?
Yeah, we have achieved within a short period of time. We have achieved we've done pretty much well. Because I know that usually it gives, like, for a company to kick off, it takes like 5 years. It's within 5 years that they start kicking off. But we are, as I said, we're 3 years old, and we start kicking off like maybe past 2 years. And the secret for my success, I should say, I'm a very prayerful person. So I've been praying for my companies, and also the other success, it was being focused and give your best to what you do. I had my first customer, my first client of my first contract. It was only 220 euros per month, and I've done this. I did it perfectly. The service I provided, it was not only that I was loyal, I was also reliable. And I gave just my best. I gave my best shot to that, and then that's what brought me more contract and more clients.
So you would say that these are the attributes or characteristics that give you much bigger leverage over your competitors.
Credibility, yeah. Leverage over my competitors, maybe not, but what I always do over my competitors, I observe what's their, I try to analyze the SWOT and PEST, what they are good at and what they're not good at. So what they're not good at, that's where I try to make it my strength. So it's where I can say that the attribute to where I was successful is to be reliable. Because my clients used to say, Lorris, what we like with you and your company is that you guys are reliable and prompt to answer to emails. So I'll always make sure that I reply or sort any issue that they have within the 24 hours. So I won't leave it like that. I will always make sure that I do answer them promptly and quickly.
Now you say that you also run a consultancy. Running a consultancy obviously involves giving advice to clients. What advice would you give to a client who's asked you, I want to go and invest in a particular African country? What country would you say they go to, and for what reasons?
It depends on what he wants to go and invest. It depends on the service he wants to go and provide, or he wants to do, the business he wants to do. But the advice I will give and provide is to go for a country where there's no corruption, or the level or percentage of corruption is really little. And because corruption is a big issue when it comes down to investing and investors. This is something that is really not helping investors, and is not helping the return on the investment. So what I suggest them to do is to know not only the country they're going to invest into, but also the first thing they need to tackle is the corruption. the corruption of the country. If it's less, then go for it, and if the return is a good return, then go for it. But pretty much most of countries in Africa, the return on investment is quite high. And again, when the return on investment is high, but the corruption is there, and then you're not going to really see the return on your investment. But so go for the list of the corruption.
Right. Now, let's look at it another way. What about if you wanted to invest in a country where you know there is corruption, but you think you can overcome it, and what you particularly are aiming for is the resources in that particular country which attract you a lot and which you believe you might be able to make a lot of money out of. Which are those countries you would advise your clients to go to in spite of the fact that they're corrupt and one of those things that you cannot really avoid very much in the African continent?
And when it comes down to our resources,
to the kind of resources that a country has, that you think these are resources that people will be attracted to. Which countries would you think people should go to?
People have different choices and different preferences. So obviously, when we advise clients, we need to know what they aim at, what is the objectives, and mostly what is the business that they want to undertake. Because it's not every country in Africa that offers every type of resources that they can just go and invest into. So what we pretty much ask is, what is it that you want to do? And based on that, I know my country, I'm from DR Congo. I know my country, we have it all. We have everything, pretty much everything. Minerals and, arable land to cultivate
agriculture.
Yeah. It's just a very rich country. So if I were to advise, obviously the number one country that we'll pick for them is going to be DR Congo, because we have pretty much everything. But then again, in DR Congo there are other realities that the person needs to face. But me, personally, I'm not stopped by challenges. I confront them, overcome those challenges, because my company has started in DR Congo. Despite all the challenges that was surrounding me, I went for it. And here I am. Now I am in the UK, because I'm also British. So I'm in the UK and I'm in Congo, but it started in Congo, despite all the challenges that were surrounding me.
Well, you deserve a lot of congratulations and commendations for your achievement, to be honest. Now, can you tell us which areas of the globe, because I know your company is a bit of a global company, which areas of the globe you operate the most?
Libya. We operate in Libya. We operate in North Africa, and Libya is a very challenging country to operate into because of all the terrorism acts and the money laundering acts and challenging that we face. And when it comes down to doing business with Libya, it's really they call it a red screening country. And it's not as easy as that. And the other country where we operate is DR Congo. We operate in Cameroon, in Ivory Coast, Congo Brazzaville, Togo, and those are contractors that I had been able to provide service for.
Now, with regard to Libya, what actually would attract a client to go to Libya at this time?
Well, I don't know what would attract a client. It depends on what client. But as I said, we have contractors who works there in Libya, and but they are the business. There are businesses there. There's a need. There's a demand. There's a demand for business and for services. And obviously, if you go there and offer the service, you're gonna make money. But then again, it's challenging.
Well, let's look at it this way. You are the managing director and also the proprietor of this. When you were growing up, did you actually foresee that you will become a managing director and also a proprietor of a successful company like this one?
No, not in my dream. I wasn't growing up. No, I was not thinking that I would be one day managing director. However, I had this sense of leadership in me. There was something in me when I started going to work. I remember my first job. I was working in Pret-a-Manger, and I was making sandwiches. But I could see that, I could feel in me that I was born to lead, not to be managed, but I was born
to be a follower.
Yeah, follower. Yeah, and there was this thing in me that was really fighting the position I was having at that moment. And then I was looking, and I went again to do another job in Selfridges, and I felt like this is not me. But it's not when I was growing, it's at a certain age that I started feeling it. Because obviously when you grow, at a certain age, you just want to play, and there are other things that really interests you. And at some point, there's a certain age where you start really feeling who you really are. Start, is this fight, this battle inside of you. The person inside of you wanna come out, want to be revealed, and want to be manifested. Yes.
Okay, one of the things that we do on this program is to dedicate a piece of music to people. And one of the things that also we do is to take a musical interlude, which we will do now. And perhaps you might want to tell us what music you would want us to play in this musical interlude. Would you be able to do that? What's one of your favorite tracks?
One of my favorite tracks at this moment is Moïse Mbie. He's a gospel singer. He's a Congolese gospel singer, and he's Olandi Ngaitiao.
That's the music that you want us to play?
Yeah, Olandi Ngaitiao.
Okay. That's our first musical interlude, and we'll let you listen to the music before we come back and continue with the Elsanka Super Show.
Etumbu ekwei Yesu afuti nyongo Ngala zaona mpunga Ayo kimongongo Yesu alobi bima Atoko miko pola Asekwisingaye Nasila kelika Yeso boyi kotika Maladi ya kinzoto Yeso boyi kotika Nabunga kitinzela Yeso boyi kotika Moninga malamwe Moninga malamu Olandingati yawa, Olandingati yawa, Olandingati yawa, Olandingati yawa, Olandingati yawa, Olandingati yawa, Molingo nekumbio epa ya moto pamba, Olandingati yawa, Tina kacha koma, obimelinga na ndoto. Avant et comme trop tard Au saleninga ngolu Ngapeni susunani Boyombanza nayo.
Welcome back to the Elsanka Super Show on Amaze TV. My name again is Mohammed Dabo, and my client tonight is Lorris Kassongo, who is the Managing Director of Lolit Agency. Now, I want to look at something else tonight. Now, I know you have a very successful company, but how did you come about to set up this company, and why is it this particular interest that actually attracted you?
Well, what happened is that when I went to relocate in Congo in 2015,
Yeah.
there was issues with getting just things like work permits, and it was a lot of struggle. So there were like I had friends who used to complain, like, Lorris, listen, I need to get like a work permit for A, B, C, D. I will give them advice. Do this, do that, and or I will help them and get their work permit. So, and when that happened, I just thought that I might as well just make a service and offer it, and then it's, you know.
Did you study this at a particular institution formally before you came into, or did it just
Actually, no,
happen?
I did not study it. Actually, what happened, because I have a degree in banking and finance.
Okay.
So I when I graduated in London Metropolitan University here in the UK, and I started, seeking and looking for a job. They were rejecting me because I didn't have any experience. And then I went back to my country, where I started working as a senior treasury accountant in Vodacom. And when I had this idea, it just happened that people had to be compliant with paying the social contribution. So there's a lot of finance in it. And the same thing that they rejected me for, I became the managing director of a company like that. So actually the rejection at that time seems really very disappointing. But, and then again, today, with no experience within that sector, I am myself the head of a company like that, which sometimes it amazes me, and it surprises me as well, because it is a very successful thing to do. Something where you didn't have any experience, and you was rejected for when applying for a job, and today you are managing a company like that, doing the job yourself. So yeah, that's how
I am quite impressed by that. I mean, people who start from adversity and come up to success. Now, you were rejected in your job, laid off, but that did not allow you to sit back and give up. No. You did very well. And on this program, one of the things we do is to encourage people to follow their dreams and to persevere as well. Now that you have done this, I would like you to motivate our viewers by letting them know that once they have a dream and they can pursue it, they should be able to succeed. And I want you to look at that camera and tell them that, talk to them directly.
Well, what I'm going to tell you is that to go for it. If you have a dream and it's only in your thoughts, you need to go for it. Most of the challenges that we face when we have a dream is fear. And fear can handicap you not doing it, but you need to overcome it. Fear is something that can just stop you from doing what you want to do. Myself, I had a lot of fear and insecurities. I was thinking, oh, is it gonna work? It's not gonna work. Where am I gonna start? Who's gonna want my services? But all these questions you need to be able to overcome and just go for it. And also, while you're doing it, it can happen that you can, fail. But even if you fail, do it again and again and again and again. As I always say, winners never quit and quitters never win. So do not quit, just try, because at the end of the day, all these people who've been successful, like Microsoft, Bill Gates, and you have Zuckerberg,
Facebook, yeah.
Facebook,
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, they have red blood just like me and you. They have one head. They are human beings. So, but the difference is that they went for it. So just go for it.
And they persevered. Yeah. So there you have it from Lorris Kassongo. And this is her motivational speech, and that's to let you know that once you have a dream, go for it and ensure that you persevere, you fail, you go on again and again and again, and at some stage you will succeed like she has. Right, now I want you to tell me, in all your career so far, what has been your most happy moment? What's been your happiest moment?
My happiest moment was when I just realized that I could be of help for my clients. When I realized that I could not only make them happy, but also meet their needs. That was my happiest moment. Especially when it's challenging. When you're able to overcome those challenges, that makes you proud, and it makes you happy.
Right, now Lilith, as you have said, and as I have read up, it's quite a successful company. Can you tell us what you have over your competitors that makes people actually come to you rather than to your competitors?
I'm prompt at resolving problems. Prompt at coming back to them, because at times, to me, I feel like sometimes people, they just, time is money. And sometimes they make things a bit too complex for nothing. Sometimes we have too much administrative, like, things
Red
to
tape.
do. Yeah, where it's not necessary. So what I do is that I try to make things simple. And my clients, what my clients always used to tell me, Lorris, I just like Lilith because you guys are just simple. So I just make things simple and quick to respond to problems. I'm a problem solver. I don't believe I don't take no for an answer, let's say. So I always find a way and a solution on a problem. If solution A doesn't work, I always make sure that I have solution B. And if a solution B doesn't work, I always make sure that I have solution C. But I don't take no for an answer. So I'm prompt at responding to their requests.
Okay, that obviously is a very good thing, really, because if you have prompt answers and prompt resolutions to anything, people would definitely want to look up to you for the answers. Indeed. Because they know that they'll get them from you as quickly as possible. Next thing here, perhaps might go on to look at something completely different from your business enterprise. Personally, what do you do when you're not involved in your business activities?
What I do, I am a single mom, so I look after my 2 kids. And
come on, I know you look after your kids, but I'm sure there is something else that you do to keep you going.
Well, I'm a church goer, so I'm kind of not boring, but I don't really do much. I can go out. I do go out a lot, like having a drink by myself, or with friends, or I would just be at home.
You don't go to parties?
When I'm invited, I do, but it's not all the time that I'm invited. I just keep myself to myself alone. And I dance a lot at home. I would just put my video there and start dancing, listening to the music.
What kind of music do you enjoy the most?
Gospel music.
Only gospel music?
Not only gospel music, the most, you said.
Okay.
So the most is gospel music, but of course, music I enjoy a lot since I'm Congolese. You know, as Congolese, when it comes down to partying or, dancing, we do. So I like Fally Ipupa, I like also Koffi Olomide, I like Papa Wemba, I like, there's so many of them. I like Mike Kalambai, Moïse Mbie, Michel Lakenda. Those are gospel singers that I.
When I look at the videos from the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Kinshasa and all those places, the girls have a particular way of dancing that looks very, very attractive. Is that one that attracts you a bit?
Attracting me, well, as a woman, it's not gonna really attract me, but I know that we all dance like that, so it's part of us, yeah. It's all about knowing how to move and how to, enjoy yourself, yeah.
And you will go to parties and dance like that?
I do, of course I do.
Okay. All right, maybe let's come back to your business enterprise. What country would you say you have operated in that you've enjoyed the most?
Congo.
And why is that?
Because it's my country.
And because you know it very well?
I know it very well. So it's quite easy to move around, it's easy to get information, it's easy to just sort out problem, bring resolution, it's easy to know who to contact for whichever reason. So I know my space. I know
the environment very well.
Environment, I know.
So you're telling me, in other words, if there were a problem with your client, rather than doing it by remote control, you'd actually fly there and get it sorted and come back.
Not necessarily. We are obviously I know who I'm going to contact straight away, and it's time. It's going to be in a timeless manner. So it's not going to take as much time as I might find somebody in Cameroon, because in Cameroon, obviously, I'm going to try to find a partner, which might take more time. And when it's in Congo, you just call, people there. So yeah, Congo.
Okay, you like that music? I mean, we've had one gospel music. We're going to take our next musical interlude, and we're going to ask you to choose one of those artists that you like so much, so that we can play that music and dedicate it to our viewers and to those people who have helped you succeed in this particular enterprise. Okay, let's have the name of the...
Fali Poupa, Aflaye.
Okay.
Adolphe Moute Bachila Mouina Aflaye moto oyo balingaka mingi na bolingo kakoki kochange avi akoma na ye rebelle loin de l'amour Aflaye Adolphe Mouteba distance à 5 mètres koki kokoma 1000 km soki na bapense nozokanisa moto lelake wana yo lokola mamo ya cheli mbongo ya nyongo mai ya fufu mai etoke s'evapore mbongo eyete alelie fami balali nzala aleli Adolphe Mouteba Papa François Béa de tout ton cœur, à coquipé, comment de tout son cœur, prétestant que l'opé anato de change, les lois qui t'y l'obie Mathieu Panaye Kitty, Ata promettait que la moitié de la lune, fausse promesse, en réalité, Nanazui Kaka appelle sans réponse, Naleli Adolphe Mouteba.
Welcome back to the Elsanka Super Show on Amaze TV. My name is Mohammed Dabo, your host, and my guest tonight is Lorris Kassongo, the proprietor and managing director of Lolit Agency. Now, we're coming to the end of the program. One of the things we do on this program is to always recognize, appreciate, and then dedicate a piece of music to those people who have helped us along the way. When someone is successful, it is not only perhaps because of your own personal effort. It might be part of it, of course, but there are other people who normally help you along the way. Can you identify those people now so that we can dedicate a piece of music to them, please?
Yeah, the first person I want to dedicate to is my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He's the one who made it happen. And I want to praise him for that and thank him for that. The other person is my mom, who always believed in me, and my dad. my kids who are a driving force for me. When I look at them, I'm like, I just cannot give up. And also a very good friend of mine, Sonny. And the other person I want to dedicate is my pastors who's been praying for me, like Pastor Blaise, Caroline, Deo, Ezekiel, Camille. All these people, they've been really surrounding me with a lot of love, advices, and support. So I want to thank them for that.
That all those people who have been named by Lorris, you are very, very much appreciated, and you are loved a lot. That's a lot of love coming from Lorris to all of you. And the dedication of this piece of music is actually to all of you. Enjoy it, and if you can get up and have a little dance to it, she'll appreciate it even more. And then now you'll tell us what the piece of music is, who is it by.
That's again Moise Mbiye. The song is Akosingaite. That means he did not lie to me.
Okay, and there are many singers that come from the Republic of Congo, and I'm sure that this is not the only artist that you love.
No, I love Michel Bakenda, I love Mike Kalambai, I love Dena Mwena, I love Mandela, I love so many of them, you know.
If you were to choose a favorite, who would it be?
Moise Mbiye.
Right, and that's the one whose music we're going to play for these people. Well, the fact that Lorris is choosing her own very favorite artist to play this piece of music for you is actually an indication of how much love and appreciation she has for you. Okay, here we go. That's the music.
Kokakolanga na bolingo na yo Yesu bameki butu na moi nesimbi na ngotenge nalandaki nzela ya bomoi Yesu afuti ngai posa ya koyembela yawe ezosilaka te nazaliawa pona moni loboko ya nzambe ya elonga halaka kya kokisi na tatola kosinga ite osalelinga ngolu okosinga ite osalelinga ngolu yawe okosinga ite osalelinga ngolu okosinga ite osalelinga ngolu.
Right, finally, Lorris.
Yes.
If you want this company to expand even more, what exactly do you now have in place to ensure that this actually happens and give it that direction to move upwards to the millions that you would like, the billions that you would like, and what exactly will this be?
Well, to be the best at what I'm doing, just to keep doing it, and to improve, stay focused, be prayerful, and as I said, there are a few elements that I do put in place in order to make myself successful, being charitable, like I do support orphans, widows back home, and prisoners. So I will sometimes support and go visit them, and also pray about my business and support the works of the Lord, like churches, and that's like a combination of things that I do in order to make me successful.
Well, thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed the program as much as we have enjoyed presenting it. Join us again at the same time at 8 o'clock every Friday. We'll be here presenting this show and hoping that you will enjoy it. So from me, Mohammed Dabo, and my guest, Lorris, would you like to say goodbye to our guest tonight?
Goodbye.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. And We'll see you again next Friday, same time, same place, same studio. My producers have been James Giovanni and Imad Rada. Thank you very much once again. They have been my producers, and I've been the presenter tonight, Mohammed Dabo. Thank you very much. See you next week.
Il n'y a plus de condamnation pour ceux qui sont en Jésus. Maintenant, tu peux réussir aussi. Bima lelo, bima na tongo, nyoso sale simba parce que tumbe kwe. Tu deviens un arbre planté auprès d'un courant d'eau. Tout ce que tu feras réussira au nom de Jésus.
You're watching Amaze TV.